Alrighty, we're good. Hey guys, welcome to my next Let's Play. This one we're doing live with the patrons. Well, the supporters in general. This is Love Sucks Night 1. This was suggested by a fan, so I have no idea if it's good or not. Let's see if it is. This game is night 1 of 3 nights for the main character. We tried to make this game as complete as possible, but some features such as girl mode are not complete. This is our first game and larger for us. A proof of concept that we could do it, and we think we did. On behalf of Artwitch Studios, thanks for playing. This game contains bad endings that feature blood and death. The dream always starts the same. Dick. I'm floating in a nebulous void. And then they arrive, floating to me, gather around me. They float to me, gather around me. I feel safe with them. They never seem to mean me any harm. And they only wish to please. We enjoy each other. It only feels right. I please them, they please me. Oh, you want to do sadistic blood today? Because we'll do sadistic blood. But then they want more. They want too much. They want what I can't give. Then I wake up. Theo had been having the same dream every night for 2 weeks. I want to play Guncat. Ever since the night they worked on their history papers at the library. Every night about Jan and Anna. He didn't know what to make of it, or them. He was working with Jan and Anna and his best friend Sarah at the library. In a flash of inspiration, he managed to come up with everyone's thesis statement. It was his junior year of college. Theo had gone away to school with his childhood friend Sarah. There they met with a fellow student, Adam, who gave them both nicknames. Theo's nickname is... Chat, should it be Anon? Or should it be something else? As always, this one's up to you. Let's see. Make it randomized just to be snarky. His name is now Sparky. Yes. And Sarah's nickname is... That's fucking stupid. I'm gonna close my eyes and stop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. That's a dumb name. We'll go with that. It's 5:30. I've got to get something to eat. Thick burger. That's amazing. Investigators reach out to federal authorities to solve museum theft. Damn it, I was reading that. Most social man alive. Hey Adam, what's up? Am I listed in your phone as most social man alive? Why would you think that? Oh, that means I definitely am. Well, it's fitting, isn't it? You're in every club on campus. Sparky grinned. Except for a certain one. Don't bring up your failures. Don't bring up the horticultural club. It was an accident, okay? He's going to talk my ear off. I could zone out. He'll stop at anything important. Why does it say skip scene? And I can always replay the conversation a bit in my head. I think it mostly boils down to how we met. We were at the stupid freshman meet and greet, and that girl was bothering you, trying to get into your pants. So you just wrapped your arms around me and Sarah and exclaimed, "Sparky and Fox, it's great to see you. Let's go outside and catch up." What's the problem again? You walked up to two random people and gave them two random nicknames? And they suck? I thought they were fitting for the time. At least it's not something boring like Booger or Tex. I'm just glad I didn't get the nickname Fox. I don't know how Sarah stands it. Hey, you got a nickname and a roommate. That's pretty cool, right? If I find out you're passing out nicknames to other randos, I'm gonna be very upset. I think it's only in my history class people call us by our real names. Why? We don't announce our nicknames. Other people do. Small class means fewer people. People know, I guess. Anyway, how'd you find out about the most social man alive thing? Your twin told me. Figured Fox got the contact card from you. She's not my twin. We look nothing alike. You two are dead ringers for each other. You even wear your hair clipped the same way. That's a friendship thing. Why were you bothering her? Trying to convince her to come out to the festival in the hopes that it'll convince you too. You are persistent. And underhanded. Come on, man. It's going to be 3 whole days of parties, games, and dancing. Crescent Valley always goes all out on Halloween, and I don't want to see you squander it. Hell, the professors are helping set up events with the clubs for Friday night. You know that Fox and I have a huge test in a week and a half. You both study enough. I don't even have a costume. Besides, we can't follow you around all night. There's always those two from your history class. Sparky groaned. Ugh. You still having that dream? Yeah. Did you ask Rachel about it? My girlfriend would like to remind you that she's a psychology major, not a dream reader. Right, and? She says that dreams are a reflection of your mental state. She thinks you like those two, but you're worried that a relationship will destroy you somehow. Personally, I think you're worried that if you try to ask either of these girls out, it'll take away from your career plans. I should have grabbed my drink. Either one would suit you. I've had a class with both of them. Jan's a bit aloof, but she's cool when you get to know her. She's got that ambition and drive. Her only problem is that she's about as good at technology as my grandmother. Meanwhile, Anna is the sweetest girl oh my god, it's sadistic blood. This is literally sadistic blood, isn't it? Just with less sadistic. Oh god, why? Meanwhile, Anna is the sweetest girl you'll ever meet. A nice, caring girl that will help you relax. They are way out of my league, though. All they probably see me as is a brain. That's because they don't know about the monster that lives in the garage. Don't talk about my penis, it's weird, man. Just less sadistic, we hope. Well, someone has to think of the little guy. You certainly are not. Ah! Hold on. The fuck? Oh. Stop DMing me! A little hard-hitting commentary? No, Sammy scared me. He jumped up demanding food. Oh, the French fry cat. Oh, that is a cute kitty. Sparky reached into his bag and presented the cat with a French fry. The cat took it happily and nibbled it. You can't let the cat outside of McThickburger be the only pussy that warms you up. Crude. But good wordplay, admit it. College is not just about studying, but also about finding connections. And you don't have a lot of those. At least think about it. Alright, fine. I gotta get to class. I'll catch you later. Later, roomie. Sparky hung up and sighed. What do you think, Sammy? Oh. That's easy for you to say. You're not paying for dinner. Looks like Sammy found another sucker to trick after I gave him fries. Oh, hey, Fox. Didn't know you were here. When you saw most social man alive calling, you didn't think it would be Adam? No, I knew it was him. I assumed he knew you did that. Sparky snorted. I knew he'd take it as a compliment. Shall we head out? Yeah, bye, Sammy. Ow. You're so nervous. You're nervous about getting our papers back? Little bit. You do realize you probably saved our butts. The four of us were sitting there struggling, and you figured out all of our thesis statements. Moment of inspiration, I suppose. Jan and Anna help with that? Fox giggled, but Sparky sighed. Still having the dream? Yeah. Adam thinks it's because I'm scared to ask them. Fox snorted. Yeah, and Bigfoot exists. Since we both have been looking at the same girls since we were 13, I will assure you they are way out of your league. Thank you. Try to explain that to him. Natural extroverts and the things they don't get about introverts. Think you have a better chance with Naomi, perhaps? Oh, fuck off. Fuck off with that. That's a fucking vampire hunter. That's what that is. The other girl in class? That'd require her to talk to somebody. She wouldn't even join us all working on our papers. Also, I think she'd probably punch me in the stomach. Yeah, probably. Jan or Anna before her. But I'll tell you something. If one of them asked me out... Yeah. Fox looks like she was in a daze. I'd bury my head between their legs and eat that pussy till I fainted. Sparky couldn't contain himself and bursted out laughing. You wouldn't? No, I would. Trust me, I would. Sparky was having trouble keeping focus in class. He normally did very well in Dr. Blankenship's class, but the dream kept coming to the fore of his mind. So, we can see how the diplomacy is a powerful tool for exchange. Even two former bitter rivals, the US and the Britain. Jesus, fuck! Jesus, shut that shit off. I'm trying, Dr. Blankenship. Jan attempted to fiddle with... I am turning that shit down on my end. Oh, Jesus, it was on the wrong thing. So, chat, do you enjoy being deaf? Do you? Hold on, I have to invite my friend. Oh my god. Jan attempted to fiddle with her phone to make it stop before Anna reached over. And think it came through the stream. Did it come through my neck thing? Oh my god, don't tell me that actually was loud enough to echo that. That scared the living shit out of me. Wasn't that loud, it was for me. Like, these are down very low, and that was incredibly loud for me. Here, I got it. Oh, thank you, Anna. What are we going to do with you, John? You're the only undergrad I know that can control her phone. Okay, so I was the only one that heard that. Okay. Fine, I'll turn it back up. Fine. Swear to God, if I listen to that recording and I can hear it really loud compared to my voice, I'm smacking the rest of you. Speaking of AC, I'm gonna go turn on my AC. I'll be right back. Give me one quick second. Enjoy the doggo! It's fucking hot. Oh. I'm also gonna go ahead and grab some ice, so enjoy this image until I get back. pupper dogs. Come back in the room with me, pupper dog. Fuck all of you. For the record, fuck all of you. That was loud. Also, I hate this fucking neck set. I can't wait for Bear to send me a new one. Or, Starscream. Oh, God, shit! Oh, shit, hold on, I just fucking spilled my water. Oh, my God. Where is my... Oh, God, it's getting everywhere near my fucking mouse. Please get out of my way, pupper dogs. No, Miko, don't stand in front of me, baby. I don't want to play with you today. Oh, shit. Shit. I hope I got that before it got on my mouse. Great stream so far. You know what? You can shut the fuck up. You paid for this. Ah, Jesus. Oh, I got all over my fucking mat. It is a very, very durable fucking game mat, too. That's good. Oh, thank you. Shut up. Put too much ice in my cup. Oh no, and it all froze together and I can't move my straw. This is great. Ah! I'm just keeping this all in. That's it. I won't be able to shut my mouse. Ah, fuck me. Damn it. Alright, let's continue. Shut up. What are we going to do with you, Jan? You're the... Fuck me. I'm just going past this. Oh. Damn it, I can't move my mouse. Oh, where did that go? Oh, shit. There we go. I moved everything on my mic thing. There we go. I'm so sorry. Wow, they aren't even hiding that she's a vampire. It's alright, I'm teasing you now. Where were we? Oh yes, diplomacy. Okay, they had their seizure and they went. Sparky's eyelids felt extremely heavy. The girls kept twirling through his mind. Speaking of diplomacy, it's been said about Cleopatra that she had oral sex with hundreds of Greek men in one night. I'm sure the throbbing phallus and the embrace of a warm mouth brokered a lot of deals. Who knows, those lips might have advanced human civilization by a century or two. But sex in ancient times wasn't just a diplomatic tool. In some cultures, it held much more significance. The idea that you were wanted, that you were desired by someone was a powerful thing. Primal forces all of its own. Hold on, quiet, Miko. To lock eyes with someone. This spark of a feeling. Of a desire between two people. Such a rarity, but something that every single one of us can understand. To some, that power had to have come from on high. Sorry, Dr. Blackship. No, I was prepared for it this time. Is that our character or is that the chick? Here, Jan, let me see. I'm going to make you start turning it off before class. Alright, everyone, class dismissed. I posted the grades for your papers. If there's anything you want to talk about, email me. How did you do? A minus. God, you saved our asses, you know that? Down the hall, they saw the girls moving toward them. Hey, Sarah, can we talk about Theo for a moment? Oh, sure. I'll see you tomorrow, Theo. It seems that we have received an A on our papers. It was really fantastic. Oh, it was nothing. It wasn't nothing, I assure you. If you didn't help, well, we might have failed super hard. Anna leaned in and pressed her chest against his shoulder. So to thank you, we want to take you out for the Halloween festivities this weekend. Sorry guys, the way I think it's the way that the words are is what's throwing me off. I wonder if there's a way to... Okay, they don't have it. Sometimes they have it to where you can just change it to different font. Me? Yeah, cutie. Don't you think it'd be nice? Let's go out and we'll show you a good time. Anna traced a finger over his shirt down to the center of his chest. Well, I mean, we want to do a little more than just walk around campus. Things might get a little interesting if you catch my meaning. Are you in? Sparky could have fainted. All right, sure. Good. We'll meet you at the Keller Quad tomorrow at 6:30 sharp. Don't tell anyone. We don't want to turn it into a party. Just some private time. And don't forget a costume. It is Halloween after all. They turned to walk away.
We're gonna have a real good time.
Oh, so it does have dialogue. Okay.
We'll see you there.
Were they talking before? Sparky watched the two girls walk away and felt a bit shell-shocked as his eyes followed them as they exited the building. Is that a Dick hair clip? Was it? I didn't see. So what was that about? Ah! Fox, I thought you left. Yeah, but I had to know what they wanted. So what did they say? They ain't into pussy. Fox's eyes went wide. They asked you out, didn't they? Shh. They didn't tell. They said don't tell anybody. Were you eavesdropping? No. It's the look on your face. It's priceless. Did you say yes? Yeah. Two big-titted chicks just asked me out. Of course I said yes. That's great. You're not jealous? No, I'm glad. I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't a tiny bit jealous, but they seem to like you. It'll be great. Don't worry about me. I'll call up Adam and find something to do. We gotta get you a costume. Hey there. I see you back there. Come say hi. I like redheads. Come here. Come on. Come on, Eye Patch. Come here. Come on. You don't need to hide. Fine. Oh, that's what we look like. No, it's a question mark. Okay. The sun with the... Hold on. Fucking stupid neck thing. I can't... Keeps doing that crackly thing. The sun was setting as Sparky headed out of his dorm for the Keller Memorial Quad. He had about 30 minutes until he had to meet the girls, just enough time to grab a snack at the Quick and Go. With the vintage bomber jacket his uncle gave him years ago, it is a nice jacket. He was hoping to pass as a World War II pilot. Nothing fancy, but not bad given the short notice. The light and sound of the carnival blared in the distance, the Ferris wheel just peeking over the tree line. He wondered if they were going to end up going there. It was most likely that if they were meeting at the quad, they were going to do campus events, like the tour of the library or the trick or treat at the science building. They'll probably speak distance by what? Oh, them? I didn't notice. Luckily, he hadn't seen Adam since this morning. If he found him putting together a costume, there would be no end to the questions. And if he found out Sparky was going out with the girls, he'd try to get them all together. As he walked, he saw fellow co-eds wandering the campus dressed in all sorts of fun outfits. Sparky wondered what outfit the girls picked. He promptly blushed. He cut into the alley between the two lecture buildings to save time. Even if he was still on campus, he never liked this alleyway. Too many twists and turns, and the lights were always flickering. They made this alley just to fuck with you. The sound of people laughing, the noise of the carnival faded as he walked between the buildings. Sorry, I was taking a drink. He rounded one of the corners and saw a figure waiting for him.
Go home.
Oh, now you decide to fucking talk, game. It was an interesting outfit you have there, Naomi. I was right. She approached, stopping a few feet from him, blocking his path.
You need to go home.
You know my nickname?
I know a lot of things. Like how those two invited you out.
Sparky groaned. It is literally sadistic. Sorry, Papa. God, does everyone know? They said don't tell anybody.
The truth is, those two plan to drain you tonight.
Well, you never know where the night might take us.
Not like that, you idiot! They plan to murder you tonight, and they want to keep it a secret so they can get away with it!
That was a line reading. I shouldn't shit on that. And why would they want to do that? Naomi adjusted her stance and took a breath.
You're going to say you don't believe me, but they're monsters.
Well, yeah, they're college students. Sparky just stared at her for a moment with a blank expression. It's good that you already knew my response. But now that you mention it, I did remember Anna mentioning something about loving chainsaws and dismembering bodies.
No, I mean they're fucking monsters. Jan's a vampire, which is why you don't see her outside during the day, and Anna's a succubus, which is why you can't keep your eyes off her tits.
No, I'm just gonna say she has big tits. That's usually why. Men usually stare at those. I don't. Sparky blushed before he furrowed his brow. And you know this how?
Because it's my job to keep monsters in line, and killing humans is crossing it. Tell me where you're supposed to meet them, then go home. I will take care of it.
No.
No? What do you mean, no?
I don't know what your problem is with them. They're good people, and I'm not going to share in your delusion. This whole spooky co-ed roommates thing sounds like a bad urban legend. You're not fooling me, Naomi. He moved past her and kept walking. Naomi trailed after him.
I'm not trying to fool you. I'm trying to save you, dickwad!
What the fuck is... Okay. Okay. Sparky stopped and turned to face her. You know what? I missed out on enough things in my life because I had second thoughts. And missing a date with those two because someone told me they're monsters sounds like life has run out of ideas to foul up a good night. I'm not the kind of guy to stand up a girl, let alone two. Sparky started to walk away.
Wait.
He stopped but didn't turn. What?
Is this the part where you say monsters don't exist?
Sparky rolled his eyes and sighed. Yeah, Naomi. This is the part where Sparky was forcefully jerked back by an iron grip and then quickly spun around. Naomi lifted him off the ground with one hand. Sparky was a full inch shorter than her, but still she did so with no effort. So you a werewolf, girl? Sparky barely had time to process what was going on before she slammed him into the wall, knocking the air out of him. He struggled to breathe as she slipped her eye patch off.
Now comes the part where
I show you monsters exist!
Aye, fuck it, we'll bang the red one. She revealed an eye with black sclera and yellow glowing iris. The two onyx-colored horns sprouted from her forehead as her canines elongated into a snarl. Sparky wanted to scream, but couldn't get the air in his lungs to do so. He tried to figure out any way that this was some kind of trick, but came up blank. After a tense moment, Naomi dropped him. Sparky struggled to breathe as he backed against a wall.
Now, tell me where you were going to meet
them and let me do my job.
Hold on, I gotta fix my audio thing again. I can't make out what she's saying. Give me a second, everyone. You gonna work? Thank you. Now connect. Thank you. I could make such a joke right now, but I'd be in trouble. He watched in amazement as her horns and teeth began to recede. You're
Yep. Glad I was able to figure out your response.
She adjusted her eye patch, put it back in place, and glared down at him as Sparky continued to stare up at her. They just stared at each other for a moment before Naomi frowned and put a hand on her hip.
This is generally the part where people tell me what I want to know before running away screaming. Or, at the very least, yell out something like, "Don't hurt me."
Naomi sighed and ran the bridge of her nose.
Please don't be the frozen in fear type. I don't have a lot of time right now.
If you wanted to hurt me, you would have. Naomi's lips twitched in something close to a smirk as she seemed almost impressed.
Well, that is a surprise. Maybe you are as smart as you look.
She reached down to offer him a hand, the same one that lifted him into the air a moment ago.
Look, I didn't mean to shatter your worldview. I'm having a rough day and I'm a bit stressed out.
He looked at her hand, his heart still racing in his chest. He hesitantly took it, and she lifted him without an ounce of effort.
All right, you have stupid questions. Ask them.
Oh, now we get to ask questions. Are you just voicing some of... Oh, you lazy shit. No, my eye glows because I had laser eye surgery. Yes, monsters exist. Next question. What'd you expect me to say? Okay, fine. Yes, they always have existed, just like every urban fantasy, hiding in plain sight, where your legends come from, blah, blah, blah. The difference, though, is there is no monster secret world, no coalition of monsters, no separate cities, and no secret schools. Monsters hide among you because they have to. Have to? I don't know if you've heard, but humans as a group are really good at killing anything that isn't them, particularly things that eat them. Hell, you killed the Neanderthals and they were you. When humans started building civilizations, monsters wanted in on the clothes, shoes, and booze. So they blended in and adapted. Some still killed humans, either to feed or because they felt like they had the right. But the human march of progress started to make that harder with better weapons, communication, and criminal investigation techniques. Criminal investigation techniques? Yeah, murder is a lot harder than it used to be, Sparky. Most of the dangerous monster species went extinct a long time ago. The rest are watered down. A few species still need to feed on humans, but they don't really kill anymore. They just kinda nibble. Okay. What are you? I'm a Cambion. What? She rolled her eyes. Part monster specifically, I'm a quarter demon. But who are you really? Like some kind of supernatural police officer or something? I'm from an organization whose goal is to keep monster kind secret. Contained. Most monsters want to live in peace. Our job is to keep the rowdy ones at bay. For the most part, just knowing we're out there keeps them in line. So then, are you some sort of trained immortal agent pretending to be a college student? No, I'm 20, and here at the scholarship program. Keeping tabs on the local cryptids is more like a work-study thing. Why do you I just noticed she has like Bowser's, bracelets. Oh, she does look like Bowser. I just realized that too. So, those 2 feet on humans. Yeah, that was my dire warning to you. But wouldn't that raise suspicion in such a small town? Ah, the intelligent question. They don't need to kill people to feed, but they still have to eat. Jan feeds on blood and Anna feeds on life force. Life force. She makes you die sooner? It's more like your virility, your active energy, generally only enough to knock you out. But it's not just sexual fluids, champ. She can get you through touch. Both of them make you fall asleep and wake up the next day feeling hungover, something easily explained away on a booze-riddled college campus. Jan has put people in the hospital, though. But neither of them have killed. Yet. So why do they want to kill me? Finally, we're getting to the heart of the matter. It's complicated. Try me. I've kept up so far, and I'm not exactly a Nimrod. Naomi's eyebrow raised for a moment. Hold on, give me 1 second. I thought that was the bank robbing gang. With the mass now too small scale, besides the whole town would have heard the techno. Sparky perked a brow. Okay, so I'm guessing it was the girls? Yes, they stole the talisman of... Yep. I'm just gonna call it the MacGuffin. Fuck you. It's an old witch artifact from the Crescent Valley heyday. What does it do? It's a very human thought process to think of a magical object as one thing. Your average mag and trinket can be used for a variety of spells. And you can combine them with others to produce more powerful artifacts or effects. The MacGuffin by itself is not particularly powerful. That's why the museum had it. Come on. Oh, man. Mike Bell. That's what's going on. There we go. I detected its magical signature in class last week, and it's got a new and powerful aura. One that matches the blood ritual. The ritual that allows a pair of monsters to mature into more powerful forms if they kill a particular human by feeding on them. For Jan, she'll ascend to a vampire lord, able to start her own clan. For Anna, she'll turn into a full succubus, able to fully change into any form she wishes. The two of them combined, there's no telling what they could do with their powers. They're women, they'll just fight amongst themselves. And you're sure this is what they're doing with it? You said it can have other purposes, right? Well, they could be summoning bears, but let me ask you this. And any strange dreams lately? Well... According to my research, the target human will start to have... Naomi pulled a thick leather-bound book from the inside of her jacket and flicked through the pages. Best I can decipher, wet dreams. No, not wet dreams, just... regular ones? About the girls? Sexual? I don't think they're summoning bears, then. So why me? Why not someone else? That I don't know. It says a specific human. It could be your blood type, age, sign you were born under, all of the above. I don't know, but it's you. And I'm afraid it gets worse. It gets worse? Blood rituals usually just get worse. They have a time limit to kill you. If they fail to do it, the resulting backlash will horribly maim all three of you. They'll probably survive. You'll die. You'll likely die. Sparky suddenly felt sick. So, what are you going to do? I thought we were past the point of asking stupid questions. What do you think I'm going to do? You're going to kill them? I'm under orders. Neutralize their abilities to perform this ritual or neutralize them. If one of the monsters nulls the pack or dies, the other can't complete it. So if I get the drop on them, I can probably get at least one of them before the other kills me. Wait, what? She becomes somber. I'm in the weekend state until Halloween. I could take on one of them, but probably not both. I'm not thrilled about it, but it's my job. Do me a favor and name a kid after me or something. The color left Sparky's eyes. What if they're making a mistake? Doing 40 and a 25 is a mistake. Starting a fucking blood ritual is not. You can't be like Monster Cop, hand over your magical artifact. No, it doesn't work like that. If I get found out as a Monster Cop, they'll have to join or die, and they can't join because they feed on humans. Sparky grabbed his stomach and he felt physically ill. I don't want this. Why would you be willing to die for this? For me? because this is what has to be done? You humans are too frail to defend yourselves and too stupid to see beyond the tight shirt and short skirt. A pair of monsters are plotting to become more powerful with a magic artifact by killing a human, by killing you. This is exactly what my organization exists to prevent, to put dangerous monsters down. They're not monsters, Naomi, they're people. People just like you. Naomi was a bit surprised by that statement. They have hopes and flaws, and something must have forced their hands to do this. No, they could be just evil. I don't want them to die, and I certainly don't want you to die for me. I'm surprised you don't want to I'm sure you don't want to die for me either, do you? Naomi looked away, arms folded. Not particularly, but I have my orders. Neutralize them or neutralize their ability to complete the ritual. Then what if we can neutralize the ritual? You said it yourself, that if you have the thing that you can figure out what it does. Does that include a way to make it not work? Naomi looked at him for a moment, considering things. Maybe, but what's your plan? I'll meet up with them and get the MacGuffin thing. Every time he says MacGuffin. Yes. And how are you going to do that? I don't know. I'll figure something out. What do we have to lose? You have a lot to lose. Your life, for starters. I don't got shit, honestly. It's better than sitting back and watching you lose yours. What do you say? This is retarded, stupid, not going to work. This is a terrible idea. And you have to be the biggest fucking moron I've ever met in my life. A good-natured fucking moron, but a fucking moron nonetheless. I don't suppose you have any protection? If you're going out on a date, I hope you have a condom. I have one. The one I carry in my wallet. You're going out with 2 girls and you brought 1 condom? God, you're a fucking dork. I meant like a magical item or spell to cast or something like that. Well, there is one thing. I found a powerful spell that offers protection to targets of a ritual with this harmonic signature. So I'll be immune? That I don't know. These ancient mages never explain shit properly. A rune is placed onto the recipient. When they touch the MacGuffin, they will gain knowledge of future events. Whatever that means. Somebody in the chat goes, they can share. Had the FBI agents from Bones as a protagonist. What? What are we talking about? Whatever that means, but it's more than your 1 condom. It also requires you to be bound to someone. That would be me. You also have to pick up a phrase to say during the ritual. I have to repeat it. I don't understand it, but let's make it snappy. Something easy to remember and say it under 10 letters. I feel like, let's see, randomize. Mongo, apples, tingle, punch. Obi-Wan, Guncat. I like Guncat. Pizza, Obi. Obi keeps coming up. Obi is just the fucking word. Yes, it's Obi. You put put out your hand and I'll mark it. Temporary? She shrugged. Probably. Sparky's face twisted in concern and Naomi scowled. And that's where we're going to leave it for this week. I'm a terrible person. We have not only been doing this for 13 minutes. Don't you fucking lie to me. So yeah, next week we'll be doing more of that. Now, that's not it for the vampires. I think I feel like torturing everybody today. I wasn't going to do this originally. I wasn't. So I'm almost done setting up. Sorry about this, guys. I did not set up ahead of time. Because I wasn't originally going to do a stream, but I owe you guys a stream. And I know I owe you guys a stream. I've got an interview coming up tonight. I'll be interviewing our letterer for the comic, actually. He has a Indiegogo going for his comic, because he's doing a manga. Because he does the comics Porkman, and he's doing a really nice manga, so I'll be showing that off tonight. So we got to do this. You just swapped your laundry. Yeah, I just started mine. I'm doing towels, and then, I'm working my way down to the guinea pig stuff, because I just cleaned all the guinea pig cages yesterday while the tech was changing out wires and stuff for the security system, which, honestly, I would have picked different cameras, but Toku picked the cameras out, and I'm not too thrilled with them, but what are you going to do? You know, they work, and that's all I really care about is that they work. But let's continue this, because people wanted to see this. Sparky's face twisted in concern, and Naomi scowled. Did you guys name him Sparky? I don't literally remember what you named that character. Did you name him Sparky? Oh my god, I don't remember. This is why I don't let you people do things. Hold on. Is there voice acting in this? So risking your life for 2 monsters is fine, but you're being a bitch over a potential sweet-ass tattoo? Sparky blushed and looked away. Give me your damn hand. Sparky presented his hand to her as she opened up her book. She closed her eyes and began to chant in a strange language. That. There. Hi. All right, let me read this. A rune slowly etched itself on the back of Sparky. Really? You guys named him Sparky? Sparky's hand, glowing red as it formed. He watched it spin slowly on his hand as Naomi finished, amazed that such a thing was even possible. Now the caster has to touch your hand to repeat the passphrase while concentrating on the magical sigil. Naomi reached out her hand. That's really low. Ready? Sparky nodded as he moved forward into her hand. Obi? There, that should do it. She sighed and looked down at the rune, which slowly faded from the red to being a little darker than his skin. She looked up at him. You're a good man, Sparky. She nodded as she moved her hand away. Try not to die. That's the best you have right now? Well, I already tried don't put your dick in crazy, but you seem hell-bent on that. Go get me that MacGuffin, lover boy. Oh, I gotta move things. There we go. Sparky waited with trepidation for the girls to show up at the quad. The sound of the groups laughing and having fun etched around him, but the quad itself was quiet and deserted. If their plan was to isolate him, this would be the best place to start. Were they actually planning to kill him? Naomi made a pretty convincing presentation, but a bit of doubt lingered in his mind. He believed they were monsters, but were they going to kill him? And a bigger question, could he actually stop them? Sparky saw the girls arriving down the street, and it was quite the sight. Jan had chosen a very provocative outfit. Gone was the more conservative look she normally went for in school. And Anna was sporting a bunny outfit that looked like she could pop out of it at any moment. And judging by the smile on her face, she had no shame in it.
Hi!
Oh, there's the voice acting.
Hey, killer.
Sparky stood there open-mouthed as he looked at the smiling girls. They seemed to guess what would be his reaction. It was Anna who stepped forward first, winking at him as she showed off her costume.
So, what do you think, cutie?
Alright guys, you guys get to choose what we choose. That's a very good Playboy bunny. Hefner would be proud, or definitely have the casino look going. Which one do you think? That is also very nicely drawn. I love the art in this game. Oh no. Hold on, I can fix this. Oh dear. Oh no, where's the logo? Oh dear. I think that's it. I fixed it! I didn't break anything! You can't see my Twitter anymore. Sorry. Oh, I was actually going for, Anna blushed, embarrassed, growing on her face. Jan sighed and rolled her eyes. Oh, hold on. What if we pick the other one? I know what she's going for. She's going for, Dragon Ball. Oh, I was actually going for, Anna blushed, embarrassed, growing on her face. Jan sighed and rolled her eyes. It's from an anime thing. It was going for, Battle Bunnies. I told you nobody would get it. Sparky actually remembered seeing a few episodes of that show. It was quite old, but he didn't remember Amy being that revealing in her costume. Before he could say anything, Jan spoke.
Tell me how great my costume is.
Sexy bar wench. Serious. Okay, so no matter what you pick, seriously. I'm a maid, not a barmaid, just a maid, and I worked hard on this costume. I sewed it myself. She has been working on it non-stop for 2 weeks. You can't see the detail I put into this, really. You look like a barmaid. That's not bad. Anna seemed bashful, and Jan seemed annoyed. But it only lasted for a moment before Jan nodded toward the library. Let's go. I want to take the haunted tour at the library. I hear they went all out this year and wouldn't want to miss it. Anna perked up. Yeah, come on. Both of the girls started heading towards the library and Sparky followed. In the days running up to the Halloween, the school hosted events on campus with the help of various clubs. A few were a bit niche, like spooky poetry readings and the harvest contest, but 2 highlights were the trick-or-treating with staff in the science building and the haunted tour of the library. The girls paused as they arrived at the library. Go ahead in, Theo. We'll meet you in there. Yeah, we need a minute. We'll meet you by the lecture hall upstairs, room 270. Okay. Sparky walked up the stone stairs to the library. As he turned to look at the girls, they were gone. Not creepy at all. Hello, Sparky. God, I love that costume design. Hello, Sparky. Dr. Blankenship. Dr. Blankenship was the front desk, dressed in a very seductive witch costume. The black dress was laced up very tight, and the cut of the dress was far lower than one would expect of a teacher. If she moves wrong, the laces on that bodice are going to snap. It is a really nice dress. She certainly hides it well in class. She is inspired by Suka. Miss Suka would look very good in that outfit, yeah. Maybe we should ask the people that made this to draw her in it. You know my nickname? Oh yes, I met your roommate today. He was a huge help with our final preparations. While chatting, he told me the whole situation, such as the colorful story. It seems our class is the only one that calls you by your real name. Great. Adam is lurking around here somewhere. Is that okay? I mean, if you don't like your nickname, I don't want to blurt it out. No, it's fine. I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be stuck at home studying. But here you are, in costume no less. Yeah, and so are you. Sparky found his eyes moving down before he could stop himself. When returned to her face, Dr. Blankenship had a sly grin as she chewed on her lip. Caught a peek, did we? Not used to me looking so provocative? Not really. It's all right. The witches who used to live here were known to dress quite alluringly. They did it to be more one with themselves, to feel free. She winked. Oh, I think she has like a little moon in her eyes, too, which is nice. And you know I'm all about historical accuracy. This would have been considered conservative by their measures, but the other one I have would not have gone over well with the administration. Sparky looked like a deer in headlights, and she seemed to soak it up. So, have you come for my tour? Tour? Motorboating. Yes, every year myself and 4 other teachers do a walking tour of the library to teach about local history. And you know I love being a local history buff. The library can't be completely closed, so the quiet rooms in the basement are still open, but we have a couple of stations set up for spooky themes. Shame about Dr. Sobey, though. The biology teacher? What happened? Apparently he's in the hospital, some sort of anemia. They found him outside the emergency room doors, and he had no idea how he got there. I'm glad he's okay, but he was going to run one plague doctor exhibit up in 270. He worked so hard on it. Oh, great. So, here for the tour? I start in about 20 minutes. Actually, I need to go downstairs. I thought you weren't here for studying, or were you studying in costume? I'm meeting some friends down there first, but I'll definitely look into the tour, definitely. All right then, have fun and be safe. Safe, right. Sparky started his trek towards 270. Legend had it that the architect of the Lake Hart Memorial Library was a mad eccentric who was institutionalized shortly after the building's completion. Yeah, it showed. The labyrinth building seemed like it was made of an impossible geometry, like he had designed it too many rooms and tried to cram them all into a space too small. I know exactly what this is referencing. Many of the rooms looked exactly the same, and even tricked you into wondering what floor you were on. Combined with the confusing layout, it was practically a freshman tradition to get lost somewhere in the library. As far as Sparky knew, there weren't even 70 rooms on the second floor. Finally arriving at 270, he found the girls already waiting for him. They were standing so close together, if he didn't know them, he would have thought they were a couple having an intimate moment. Together, there were many twists and turns. There was only one main entrance to the library. Did they beat him there? Did they pass him while he was talking to Dr. Blankenship?
So, we pulled some strings. Since Professor Sobey isn't feeling well, we thought we'd borrow his room.
Jan pulled out a key from her cleavage.
And have a private lesson in anatomy.
Sparky blanched out. Sparky blanched? Blanched? What does blanched mean? Bodice. Oh, bodice is how you say it. Thank you, Mordecai. Why am I can't read names today. This is why Miss Lily does everything. Blanched, turned white. Oh, never heard that term. He didn't expect this to fall apart so quickly. He turned to see if anyone was down the hall. No one was. That does sound great. You mentioned the tour and... As soon as he turned back, Anna was in front of him. She pushed her soft lips against his. And in that instant, he felt the heaviness in his chest, but also an uneasy relaxation all over his body. You would have thought kissing her would be far more stimulating, but he felt all tension melt away. Her lips tasted like cinnamon, her warm body, which felt so soft, squished against his. He was completely lost in Anna's eyes. It felt like he was staring into a cool blue oasis in the middle of the blistering desert. He didn't hear Jan unlock the door or realize he was being pulled into the room. The dark room was covered in Halloween decorations. A skeleton stood in the corner The dark room was covered in Halloween decorations. A skeleton stood in the corner with a doctor's costume, an anatomy dummy dressed up with its organs rearranged. The air smelled stale, and it felt heavier the further he stepped into the room, but all he could focus on was the blue in Anna's eyes. They kept moving into the room, and Sparky felt the back of his legs hit the table before Anna let up. His coat slipped from his shoulders. Anna broke the kiss just long enough for him to see Jan gently taking it off of behind him.
It's alright, cutie. We're gonna have a good time.
She seemed nervous, but her voice was calming. Jan tossed his coat on the... She looks like she doesn't want to do it. Jan tossed his coat on the side before running her hand slowly up and down his chest. She leaned in for a kiss before she spoke softly.
Yes, a good time.
Jan's arms slinked around him before wrapping him in a soft embrace. It was odd that her body was so cool in such a heated situation. I think the name of the game is up here. It is. It is called Love Sucks Night 1. This is actually free on Steam. I don't know why I'm blanking out so bad. Sorry, guys. It's just been a very busy morning, and I wasn't expecting Miss Lily to call me. There. That should do it. Whatever it is. Naomi sighed as she looked down at the ruin, which slowly faded from Sparky's hand as she looked back at him. You're a good man, Sparky. She let go of his shoulder, which she just realized she was holding. Try not to... What? What's with that look? Are you seriously worried that the ruin's not coming off? What's going on? Her expression dropped. And that's where we're going to leave it for next time, everybody. So I'll see you guys then for that one. Alrighty. So do you guys want to do an Indie Files? Let me switch over. Okay, do you guys want to do an Indie Files, or do you want me or Miss Lily? I like to tease. So hi everybody, just a quick little advertisement to show you guys all the new awesome stuff in the shop. If you guys love the guinea pigs, we have the Box of Mystery shirt featuring Rambo, Mage, and Kisa, bringing you guys lots of good luck in their very special box. But if you want somebody who's not so lucky, you can bring home the Guinea Gunt. Don't worry guys, he won't make you all into a Ralph fail. He promises to shake his pills only to bring you all good luck. And if you guys want to bring the guinea pigs on your laptops and stuff, we also have these cute little stickers right now as a limited edition item. You can even get Sir Harvey and a cute little heart sticker with Kisa. We also have, in fact, speaking of, a lovely mug if you need some coffee of Suka with Yog-Sothoth. That's right, bring the Eldritch Abomination home with you. We also have Sir Harvey as a nice little hoodie for when it starts getting colder. You gotta have something to keep you warm like Harvey and his lucky shirt. We even have Freddy Doxson here. Miko's here to bring you good dreams, or maybe nightmares if you don't pick up her hoodie. So what's it gonna be? And if you guys still want to pick up our comic, it's still available digitally through the shop. So you can pick up the first issue and enjoy chaotic stories while we work hard on the second and third issue for you guys. And now, back to our awesome show. Let's continue. Miss Lily put me in charge again. I hope this is going to be okay. Her expression dropped. You're about to go on a date with two women who want to kill you. I thought we went through over this. Sparky looked around. He was back in the alley with Naomi, but he was just... She groaned as she started to flick through pages of her book. Tell me I read this wrong and it wiped your memory. No. I already met up with the girls and we went over to the library and they cornered me we just had tea. Sparky started blushing profusely before he reached up to feel his neck. Jan's teeth marks weren't there. They did what? I think they killed me already? Jan bit me and sucked out my blood while Anna sucked. Sparky turned beet red, but Naomi was trying to process what she was hearing. Wait. You died? And now, you're here. She returned to her book and flipped through it even more quickly. Are you sure it wasn't a premonition or a glimpse into the future? I've never had one of those before, but it felt real. I remember the sensation when I touched the MacGuffin. It felt like my hand was like glass shattering. Naomi looked up from her book. Wait, they let you touch it? Yeah. She abruptly grabbed his hand, the ruin glowing again. Her eyes darted over it, looking for something Sparky couldn't see. The energies of this rune, they're different, and the matrix design has been altered, but She paused. The recipient will possess knowledge of future events after they come to pass. Her eyes went wide as she returned to her book, turning pages even more frantically than before. She read over a few passages before looking up to Sparky slowly. You know that movie where the main character has to keep going through the same day over and over again? The two of them paused, just staring at each other, for a few minutes. So I'm gonna keep reliving this day. No, pretty sure it's just from when I activated the rune, and I'm pretty sure... She looked back down at the book and read the next couple of passages several times. I can keep reactivating it to bring you back to a new point. Holy fuck! So you're saying I can keep dying? Only the bearer of the MacGuffin. Only to the bearers of the MacGuffin. If you die another way, you die for real. Naomi suddenly slammed shut the book. I'm gonna have a drink. So they killed you? Yeah, no shit, woman. Did we not just go over this? That means I was right, and that means they have to be stopped. Wait, what? 2 minutes ago, you were telling me that you didn't know what they were up to, and that I couldn't go after them on just assumptions. They killed you. Their intent is pretty clear now, so go home and I'll handle this. Wait! I still might be able to save them. Very cute, Sparky, but it's a bit too late for that. And your demon arse wasn't there to stop him. Yeah, no, now he could tell her, but he's gonna be stupid about this, because he wants that ass. The connection. The reason has to be me. They told me it's because they like me. Naomi paused, staring at him incredulously. Like you? You know you said that out loud. Like you? What is this, 3rd grade? They killed you, dumbass! No, it's like they don't love me, but they have feelings for me. They were really heartbroken when they had to do it, but whatever the reason they had were stronger. I think I can use that to make them stop. Make them stop? With what? A good dicking? What the... Really? 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 Okay. What the curse word, Sparky? Do you hear yourself? They killed you! Is this a snuff fetish? You putting your life on the line for them? And yours. Are you still willing to die to stop them? Naomi was furious, but paused immediately. She clenched her fist. I just want to see everyone survive the night. Is that too much to ask? Or sorry, I just want everyone to survive the night. Is that too much to ask? Fine. I don't have a full... Wait, what? I'm sorry, fine. What's the current plan? I don't have a full one, but... Can I keep dying? Yeah, and you'll keep coming back to me. Are there any rules for keeping the space-time continuum intact? Well, my major isn't astrophysics, so I have no fucking clue. But I'd say don't fuck up too much and don't create a time paradox. I'm not sure how you do it, but we're messing with heavy stuff. So are you allowed to help me? I'm trying to help you. Your hard-on is making it difficult. No, I mean, if they kill me and I come back to you with information, can you help me? That's very risky, Sparky. I can't get found out as a... hunter! What do you mean? It's Halloween. I assume that the getup isn't standard issue, right? Naomi's scowl broke for a moment and she looked down. What's wrong with my outfit? You look like a fantasy character. If you approached someone looking like that last month, there'd be a problem, but it's Halloween. Nobody's going to know the difference. Naomi huffed. Fine, so what now? They brought me to 270 in the library. They let me go in first, and then they snuck in somehow. Likely so they wouldn't be seen with you, so... Can you bring attention to 270? Foil them somehow? Seal the door shut with magic? I don't know, something subtle? Naomi nodded as a smile crept onto her face. Yeah, I got something in mind. But I still need to examine the MacGuffin. Where is it? Jan pulled it out of her hair. That's weird. She must have a magic pocket. She probably doesn't have good control of it. She's lucky she doesn't just drop the thing. Naomi nodded. I can probably get it with close contact. See? I think this is coming along together quite well. And I think you're going to extreme lengths for two people who have proven that they want to murder you. Well, you did say I wouldn't accept don't stick my dick in crazy advice. Naomi paused. When did I say that? Oh, last time. Well, I was right. She pointed at Sparky. But I need that MacGuffin. Tonight. If it can manipulate time, I need to see how dangerous it is. And after I analyze it, I will decide what happens next. Deal. Sparky waited again for the girls. It was a bit creepy. The same people passed in the same costumes, having the same conversations. It was a bit hard to grasp he had gone back in time. Sparky watched the girls arrive just as they had again, all smiles. It was very weird to be in their presence again.
Hi!
Hey, killer.
Anna once again stepped forward and winked, showing off her costume.
So, what do you think, cutie?
Sparky was about to respond, but a thought brought a smirk to his face. You remind me of that show, Battle Bunnies, the girl, Amy. You mean? Jen sighed in Anna's obvious excitement. That anime thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. And you said nobody would get it. Sparky turned to Jan and smiled.
Tell me how great my costume is.
And look at your maid costume. Such detail. Did you make it yourself? Wow, thank you for noticing. Both of the girls shared a nervous glance at each other before smiling at Sparky. Let's go. I want to take the haunted tour at the library. I hear they went all out this year and don't want to miss it. Anna perked up. Yeah, come on. Both of the girls started heading towards the oddly shaped building, and Sparky let himself have a grin before following. They arrived at the library once again, and the girls paused as they got closer. Go ahead in, Theo. We'll meet you in there. Yeah, we need a minute. We'll meet you by the lecture hall, upstairs, room 270. Not a problem. See you guys in there. Sparky walked up the stairs again and turned to see them gone. He grinned and started quickly toward the room. As Sparky entered, Dr. Blankenship wasn't there this time. He hoped she was okay. He followed the same path he did to go up to 270. So now we see things are a little bit different each time. As he arrived, he saw Dr. Blankenship inside talking on her phone. Sparky cringed. Did Naomi put her in danger now? He moved into the room. Dr. Blankenship noticed him and told him with a finger to give her a moment. Yes, 270. It is everywhere inside the room. All right, see you soon. Thank you. She hung up. Hello, Theo. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah, what happened? Someone threw a stone in the window. Shameful, really. Normally, people are so careful, so well behaved on Halloween. I hope nothing of Professor Sobey's was ruined. Becky looked around at all the glass on the floor. Subtle, right? So, you heard it from your tour then? Oh no, Naomi reported it to me. Dr. Blankenship reported, and Sparky turned to see Naomi against the wall. She waved. Hey, Sparky. Oh, you know about his nickname too? I found that's so interesting. I hate being the last to know things. After a moment, the girls appeared at the doorway, both shocked. with shocked look on their faces. Dr. Blankenship, what are you doing here? Oh, hello, John. Anna, what brings you here? Fuck. They're with me, Dr. Blankenship. They invited me out. Oh, good. Oh, good of you girls to actually get him out of the book for once. And that's a lovely costume, Anna. Reminds me of a very old show called Battle Bunnies. Anna immediately blushed. But why are you all up here? Jan told me to meet her up here, right? I thought this is where the tour started. No, that's downstairs, but all of you out, shoo. Security is going to want to look it over. Naomi moved quickly over to Sparky. You heard the lady. She started to push him out the room towards the girls. She leaned in and whispered in his ear. I'm going for it. As they reached the doorway, Sparky felt one of his feet pulled out from under him and he tumbled forward. Right into a pair of tatas. Sparky blushed heavily as he pulled his head out of Anna's bosom, who herself was blushing. I'm really sorry, Geez, Sparky, you gotta be more nimble on your feet. Naomi had fallen into Jan and was already on her feet, manhandling Jan to try to get her up. You okay? As Naomi asked, she hit Jan's back with her hand, perhaps a bit too hard. As she pulled her hand away, Sparky saw the MacGuffin necklace hanging out of her closed fist. Yeah, I'm fine. Jan seemed quite miffed, examining her outfit. Sparky helped the blushing Anna up. Is everyone all right? Everything's fine, Doctor. We just fell. Blankenship just shook her head. Crazy co-eds. Well, I have to remain here and skip my next tour. I want to make sure everything of Sophie's is still here. I'll be giving it tomorrow, though, so do come back. In fact, extra points if you do. That means Sparky is going for sure. Sparky? Who's Sparky? Oh, Theo is Sparky. I thought Theo was Theo. Oh no, Sparky's his nickname. It's a delightful little tale. Sparky blushed. It's, my roommate gave me the nickname. Now, shoo. You're all in costume. I'm sure you have fun things you want to do, so shoo. All kinds of things. I'm gonna head off. I'll see you guys. See you later, Naomi. Probably sooner than you think. Oh, Naomi's gonna use it on us. Fuck. The three wound their way through the library, heading toward the stairs. Jan and Anna looked very nervous and deeply conflicted. They shared glances at each other, but didn't really say anything. Hey, Theo, I mean Sparky. Since this place is out of the question, what if we took you back to our place and, She winked at Jan, who nodded as a smile crept onto her face. Yeah, come on, Sparky. How about we take you back to our place? Sparky blushed at the prospect. Even though he knew it would lead to his death, he couldn't deny the temptation. We can get to that, but I'd really like to go out with you two and see some of the sights. All of the Crescent Valley is celebrating Halloween. There's trick-or-treating with the staff at the science building, and of course the carnival. Why don't we visit one of those? Jan seemed perturbed, but then a smile formed on her lips. She wandered behind Anna, putting her hand on her shoulder, and Anna glanced back at her. But there's so many other things to see and do back at our apartment. Jan put her hands on Anna's hips as Anna's face withered into nervousness. All the fun bends to travel around on. Jan's hand slowly moved upwards along Anna's hips, along the curve of her hourglass figure. All the fun things to play with. Holy shit, she's horny. Anna suddenly turned and locked lips with Jan, pushing her against the wall. She passively drove her face into hers, the vampire's eyes going wide with shock. Jen struggled to get Anna off her as the succubus locked her arms around her. Anna, hey. Jan's eyes darted between her friend and Sparky. We need a minute. Watch the door for us, would you? Sure. Sparky couldn't help but smile as the pair ducked into the study next to them and continued the sound of struggling coming from inside.
Damn horny monsters.
Sparky jumped at the sound of Naomi behind and found her not a step away from him. Do you have to sneak up on people like that? Yeah, it's my job. She nodded over to the room. Not going to peek? They're having a private conversation, and I got too riled up. Conversation, yeah, of course. Naomi pulled a small piece of paper as she walked to the wall and then slapped it onto it. These prayer scrolls don't work that well, at least longitude, but... She walked back over to Sparky. Can I see your hand? Sparky looked up perplexed, but offered his hand to her. Though this ruin is complex, its premise is a connection ruin, which means that I should be able to share some things. All reappeared as Naomi let go of his hand. Sparky looked her over, mouth agape. Naomi went over and ripped the now blank piece of paper off the wall. She noticed Sparky staring at her. Calm down, champ. Gonna have plenty more chances. They're gonna know something's up if you already pitched a tent. So that's where we're gonna leave it today. But I do have something special for you guys today. Sorry, it's gotta be a short one. I've got stuff to go do. But I piss off my entire chat. Alright, so we're gonna continue with Love Sucks. Hi, everybody! Let's see. Load game. That's where we left off. Let's see. I think a campsite might have been pitched. I just saw through the wall. Yeah, you did. Was it everything you dreamed of? Not gonna lie. It kinda was. Naomi snorted. Now what? Naomi held the MacGuffin. Tell Jen she dropped this and give it back. I got all I need out of it. They activated it, and the shit is a lot more complicated than previously expected. But there's still some good news. It's a lot to explain, but let's just say you have to survive until midnight. After that, they lose their chance, and we'll have to try again tomorrow. Meet me at the quad afterwards. Sparky took it. I got the full aura matrix mapped. Have to do a lot of research now. But they put themselves in one hell of a shitstorm. What did they do? Remember when I told you it doesn't do much unless they combine it with something else? Well, they combined it with something else, another artifact. I don't know where they got it, but it's nothing but trouble. Sorry. I had to fix my thing. There we go. What kind of trouble? Is it the music coming from the game? I think so. If it's not with the ones who had activated it at midnight, the ritual will get disrupted. Sparky looked down at the necklace in his hand, then back at Naomi. Isn't that a good thing? Blood rituals either have to be neutralized or completed. You know those fantasy stories where the ritual goes wrong and it's total chaos? This is one of those. What will happen? I still have to do the math. There's a lot of variables with this new piece. But it could enrage all monsters nearby. And there's quite a lot of peaceful ones in Crescent Valley who probably don't want to eat their neighbors. It might even just explode, or worse, erupt in a magical explosion. A magical explosion? What's the difference between that and a normal one? It's like a normal explosion, except it's purple and there's glitter. But it's capable of ripping open a ley line like the one the whole damn town's built on. It's a really bad one. They don't know what they've done. Sparky looked at the necklace in his hand. This thing could do all that? I've got my partner looking in on it. This necklace add-on looks really similar to the MacGuffin. Partner? Yeah, what about it? I don't know, you always act so alone. Naomi scowled. Yeah, I have a partner. She's not exactly the field agent type. She helps me with a lot of the research. So if I survive the night, we're good? You wish. This is gonna take all weekend. But a word of advice. They're only going to play this chase routine for so long if they... She scoffed. Like you, as you say, you might be able to exploit that. But if you want this whole romantic subplot to work, dating a monster is hard. They have needs and they can't keep it a secret forever. Sooner you get them to show you their true nature, the more they'll actually open up. Obi-Tom, you ready? Yeah. Naomi reached out and touched his hand and took a breath. Obi? Anyway, good luck. I'll be watching. Sparky heard the click of the door open and glanced over at the girls exiting. He looked back over to where Naomi was standing and she was gone. Jan was all smiles as she wandered back. Anna looked very happy. So, we were thinking of heading to the science building for trick-or-treat with staff. Anna will go over there with you. I'll be there soon. I forgot something back at our apartment. Jan looked over at her partner, whose eyelids were heavy as she gently stroked at her lip like she was in a daze. She elbowed her and she snapped out to attention. Right, of course. Sparky nodded and held up the MacGuffin. Oh, Jan, you dropped this before you went in there. Hey, Midship, how you doing? My day's going pretty good. Went out to help my grandma. Now I'm here. I was supposed to go to the spirit store to see the spirit store, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. Both their eyes went wide with shock. Thank you. She took it, still looking shocked. Thanks. See you guys over there. Anna, and by the way, is it loud enough for you guys, or do I need to turn it up? Let me know. Anna and Sparky walked across the school grounds towards the science building. Anna was clinging to his arm the entire time, her arm wrapped around the sleeve of his jacket. She was really pouring on the charm. If Sparky didn't know their scheme, he'd probably be wrapped around her finger. It felt odd to be walking with her when it felt like an hour ago she tried to kill him. Well, did kill him. But odder that he wasn't starting to feel tired like last time. They were getting a lot of looks, mostly due to Anna's costume, and they moved across campus. She frequently blushed. She seemed extremely distracted as they walked through disliking so much attention. Ahead, Sparky spotted a student wearing a dinosaur mask and a silly shirt. Sparky nodded toward the person. Look at that, Nimrod.
Where?
Oh, I see. Sorry, you scared me. Sparky raised an eyebrow. Scared you? You okay? Oh, I thought you said something else is all. Okay. Sparky glanced down at her arm once again. I didn't watch a whole lot of Battle Bunny, but I don't recall any of those having sleeve things. Oh. Well, those are something I added. I've got a thing about touching certain things. Sparky looked down at her arm wrapped around his, then her. Well, skin to skin anyway. A bit of a germaphobe, I guess. Naomi's right. It is when she touches skin. So, did you watch any of it? I've seen a few episodes, but it hasn't been on air in a while. I used to love to watch that show every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. I know crime-fighting magic girls with bunny robots might seem cliché now, but to me, it was the best thing in the world. Happens when you're a kid. She blushed a bit. You okay? Yeah, my childhood was a bit weird. Let's leave it there. Sure. So, why Amy? Everyone always remembers Sherry's exploits as the leader. But Amy was more like the mom of the group. She always made sure everyone was okay. All the other bunnies saved the world. She made sure they were safe. Amy let the bad guy get away multiple times just to save one of the others. Sorry if you guys hear barking. That one's a puppy. Well, not puppy, it's just Joker. He's old. Can't really do anything. I always liked that Amy liked Amy and wanted to be like her, to take care of everyone. If I remember correctly, Sherry stole the show a lot. Anna blushed. If I'm honest, Amy will always be my favorite. Deep down, I idolize Sherry. I wish I could be a bit more brave and assertive. Jan is like Sherry in that way, don't you think? I guess, but you know you can be anything you want to be. You're not in a mold. Amy didn't seem so sure. We all have our parts we play. Well, I assure you, you can be anything you want to be. She gripped his arm harder. Soon enough, that might be true. The Smith Science Building was built in the 1920s with a grant from a rich alumni after they passed on. It was highly detailed in its architecture, but fell into ruin over the years. I'm gonna have a drink. Give me a second. There we go. However, with a grant from a famous inventor, they gave it a facelift. It was renamed in their honor, and now the school kept it almost immaculate. Anna and Sparky stood by the door waiting for Jan to arrive. Time passed. 10 minutes turned into 30 while they waited. Scores of people passed by the entrance, and the two waited, laughing and giggling and having a good time. However, many eyes fell upon Anna and her costume. The more people noticed Anna, the more she started to blush and fidget in place. The poor succubus looked like she was about to pop. Sparky, can we find a room inside, please? Oh, sure. They retreated to a nearby classroom, and Sparky closed the door. Anna sat on a bench, fidgeting like crazy, rubbing her legs together, a heavy flush across her face. She looked nervous at the door while her foot tapped on the floor. Sparky sat down next to her. Anna, you okay? Yeah, fine. Just not used to so many people staring. At the beginning of the night, you were strutting around bravely. That was the beginning of the night. Not now. She nervously looked at the floor, fidgeting more, squirming uncomfortably. Tickling dragons. Nice. Sparky sat with Anna laying on his arm, wondering if Jan was going to come in. She saw them, but she didn't say anything. All three of them alone in the room was probably a bad idea. He looked down at Anna. Did she even see Jan? She still looked in a daze. Anna, I want to go, to the bathroom. Are you going to be okay? Sure, I need a minute to clean up anyway. Sparky moved out into the hallway and glanced around. A few people were walking the halls, but none seemed like they knew what just transpired in the classroom. No sign of Jan either. Well, he did have to go to the bathroom anyway. While the rest of the building was pristine, the bathroom wasn't exactly. Sparky had heard from the staff members they once used to try to keep the bathrooms in line with the aesthetics of the school. But they always ended up being ruined. They said it was akin to animals going to town on the place. Sparky thought it was co-eds being co-eds, but now that he knew monsters existed, he began to wonder if it were werewolves or something. Slick moves in there. Sparky was startled by her sudden appearance, but Naomi held up a hand. Easy there, lover boy, steady. Aim, aim. He squinted at her. Still sneaking up on people? Still thinking with your dick? Speaking of, her eyes glanced downwards. Not bad, I can see why they're interested. Sure you're not a monster? Fuck! Screw it. Naomi glanced down, a curious look on her face. Wait, you're... She pointed and looked between it and him. Wait, are you posturing? In front of me, you're trying to... She burst into laughter, doubling over as she did. You think... She kept laughing, having difficulty breathing. Give you one compliment and it goes right to your head. Wow, Naomi. I was just messing around. Sparky zipped up as he frowned. Oh, trust me. I'll give you points for the thought, but not for the effort. She was recovering, but still had bouts of laughter. Look at you dreaming big. I will tell you that tonight I will not be interacting with human dick. She walked back over. Surprised that dildo didn't leave you with an inferiority complex. Jan didn't show up, and everyone staring was getting to Anna. Went into the room to get away, and one thing led to another. Naomi smirked. He said so casually, you're lucky the rooms are practically soundproof. Good to see my delay tactic worked. What was it? What was that? As I was exiting the library, I saw a large group of frat boys. Told them there was a dark-haired bar maiden looking around the science building. If they complimented her costume and got a picture to post on social media, there'd be free case of beer. Where did they have to post it? On my roommate's page. She was complaining she didn't have enough followers. Sparky smirked. You are quite the troublemaker. Naomi smirked back. Being a quarter Kellyan will do that. Anyway, we dug up some more information on the girls and their kind. Might help you. That was fast. You use a scrying ball or something? She gave him a look. More like I have email on my phone. Oh. Let's see the info. We hacked the Bursar's office. Seems both have their tuitions are paid for from the same account. The address on that account shows up in an incident report in our database. The girl was found left for dead in a car, vampire bite, but turns out she was converted. Says agents brought her to the house, and the sire was forced to take her in. Forced? Naomi shrugged. We do good work. Says here one vampire was slain, though doesn't say who. Okay. Tell me about the vampire. What? Did I miss anything? Nope. Jan's a vampire, obviously. She probably has the usual swath of monster powers. Strength, speed, low light vision, etc. Vampires tend to have an instinctive knowledge of circulatory systems. She knows how to quickly get what she needs. You're probably about to ask if she can turn into a bat or hypnotize people or some other overpowered nonsense, and the answer's no. Probably. Vampires come from different clans, and each clan is run by a vampire lord called the Sire. That's inclusive, by the way. Female lords are called sires. Yeah. Oh, I get why you did that. Every sire has a special ability they gain when they're powerful enough to become one. Hey, aren't we doing Vampire the Masquerade this month? Oops, spoiler. Then members of their clan, those bitten or born into the clan, gain similar powers. That's why vampire powers in lore and fairy tales are so inconsistent. They've combined many separate clan powers. Who's sending me a message? Sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. How powerful you are depends on your social status in the clan. I don't get it. It's a bunch of Borgus bullshit. But the weaker they are in status, the less they can use that power. Unfortunately for you, I don't know what her sire's powers are. When I know, you will. Just watch out. She's pretty weak for a vampire, though, so there's that. But status-wise, it's unlikely that she'd be allowed this far from home if she wasn't at least favored by somebody. Tell me about the succubi. Anna is a Lilitrix, a lesser succubus. She feeds by absorbing energy from another via skin-to-skin contact, as well as sexual fluids. She also isn't strong enough to control when she does or doesn't feed. I remember you told me. What I didn't tell you was that touching sexual areas lets her absorb more. If you'd used your hand back there, you'd probably would have fainted. There is an urban myth about condoms helping, but I don't know if it's true. I've had to clean up a few frat boys who still had the wrap on their tools. She's a summoned demon, though I get the suspicion she's untethered. What's that mean? That she doesn't have a master? Demons are summoned for a purpose, and they have to follow their master's orders. However, if the master negates their contract or dies, the demon becomes untethered, free to do what they want. I can't know for sure, call it knowing my own kind, but if she were tethered, she'd have more drive, more cunning. Instead, she's an airhead. She's loyal to Jan, but Jan is definitely not her master. So she's been with Jan since she was a kid? Naomi raised an eyebrow. Kid? Yeah, you know, a smaller, younger version of people get special menus at the Mythic Burger. Full demons aren't born, they're summoned as adults. With few exceptions, she was never a child. She's been heaving around those tits since she fell out of her summoning circle. That explains why she was so embarrassed talking about her childhood. Alright, so we got that. Hold on, let me check how many people we got around today. There we go. Sorry, I had to fix something. Alright, it's 8:30. You still have a few hours to go. Anyway, time for Orby. Right here. Yeah, no need to stand on ceremony. Naomi reached out and touched his hand and took a breath. Obi! Go get your dick wet. Naomi left, and Sparky went to the sink to wash his hands, shaking his head. The laughter was really uncalled for. She never lets me have anything, I swear to God. Though, what did I expect? Surprise. Hold on, do I have the right game up here? I do. Okay, good. As he scrubbed his hands, his eyes were drawn to the mirror. He came face to face with a translucent figure staring back at him, tears in her eyes. You poor soul. Her voice sounded hollow and faded, like a cell phone conversation when one person is going through a tunnel. She didn't seem to be entirely present, and it was clear some words were being lost. You must find a way to stop them. Don't let them go through with it. Stop the ritual. Don't let the fate that befell me happen to you. With that, the ghost was gone. Sparky was in shock. Naomi! Naomi! Naomi opened the door again and walked in. You know I can't just walk in here, right? Especially when you just call out my name. I just saw a ghost in the mirror. It warned me to stop the ritual. Naomi walked over to the mirror and pulled out her book. Her hand turned red and the book glowed. I'm not detecting any ectoplasm, but there is a lingering energy source. She closed her book. What's that mean? Most ghosts require an anchor to a place, a connection to their haunting, but being over a ley line, there's all sorts of oddities here. She mentioned the ritual? Yeah. Well, Naomi drifted off. You could go back. What? If they know something about the ritual, you might be able to go get more information out of them if you went back. I just OB'd you so it could work. How would I? Naomi looked over. Well, Anna is primed up. I bet you could convince her. But I'm just saying the option is there. It can also be dangerous. We could just OB again, keep this weirdness here. What do you want to do? Let's see. You can get us answers. Alright, well, go have fun. The door nudged open and a man wearing a hockey outfit entered. By the time Sparky looked over, Naomi was gone, a bathroom stall slamming closed. The hockey player pulled up to the urinal and Sparky washed his hands again, but saw in the mirror he was looking at his phone. He felt bad about leaving Naomi, but it didn't see any choice. Let me see, what was the two choices? Okay, yeah. No. He left her in the bathroom. Sparky walked back to the classroom and saw Anna cleaned up, blushing. Hey, kitty. Everything taken care of? Maybe not. Oh? I reconsidered your offer. Anna blushed before licking her lips. If you'd like. Go get your dick. Naomi perked a brow as Sparky grabbed her hand and brought her over to the mirror. Ooh, what are you doing? You haven't washed your hands. There's a ghost that's about to appear right here. Sparky pointed the mirror, determined, but Naomi just watched him before slowly wiping her hand on her jacket. She pulled out her book and flipped through the pages. I'm not detecting any wait, what's this? I'm getting a strange reading. A female appeared in front of Sparky once again. Naomi kept looking at her book. There, right there. Naomi tilted her head, looking back at her book and to the mirror. I don't see anything, but... She reached out to the ruin on the back of his hand, touching it before her eyes went wide. Holy shit. I know! You've done much to speak me again. Once again, the voice sounded like a radio station tuned to slightly the wrong frequency. There was noises and not everything came through clearly. Holy shit, she knows I came back. You came back? God fucking damn it, Sparky. Can't stay long. Can help. What do you want to know? Who are you? The woman's image remained there, but not moving or speaking, failing to acknowledge Naomi's presence. Who are you? Cannot. Distant memories fade. But I was lost to the ritual cast upon you twice, loved and lost. You should not share the same fate. Whatever she is, she's not staying long. You probably only got time for a few questions. Make it quick. And so you pile on the questions. How can I break the ritual? Convince them they must reconsider their plans, change their mind before it's too late. Their resolve not strong enough. Not strong enough for what? They don't want it. Not enough. Doomed to fail. All for nothing. Save self. The ghost was already starting to fade again. It seemed just existing took considerable effort. Find another Witch of the Valley. Help you. Where do you need to be at peace? Mistake. Not a ghost. I'm not dead. Not alive. My soul trapped in the ley line. The spell holds my soul. Even now, break spells. Save your soul will free mine. What were you in a previous life? I was a witch of the Covenant of the Valley of the Crescent Moon. Crescent Valley? You were a witch here? It hasn't been called that in a long time. The spell binds you, once bound me. Succeed, kill monster, love. What happened to me will to you. She's fading more. Before Sparky could ask any more questions, the ghost's form started to blur, her words unintelligible. Welcome. After a moment, all that was left was mist on the mirror, the ghost's energy apparently spent. Naomi stared for a while before she lifted a finger from his ruin. That was surreal. What was she? I don't know. Not a ghost, but certainly not something of the mortal plane. Naomi stood up straight and let out a sigh. I really would like to know more information. Will going back again help? Naomi rubbed her shoulder before shrugging. I don't know. If she's following you through going back, she might not have the energy, even if you went back again. The bathroom door opened, and the hockey player entered, looked at the two, and froze. He stared at Naomi, fear growing on his face. He reached back and opened the door and quickly walked out like he was suddenly scared of something. What was that about? Saved him from a plant food last month. Speaking of which, how'd you die? Anna. Naomi rolled her eyes and shook her head. Typical. Hey, it was your idea, not mine. Yeah, like I'd suggest that. You said... Sparky sighed and rubbed the bridge of his nose. What now? I gotta talk this over with my roommate. I can't give all the details if you go back and she isn't there. I'd recommend a code Obi. Alright, let's do it. Naomi reached out and touched his hand and took a breath. Obi. Alright, go get your dick wet. Sparky went back to the room to get Anna. She was all cleaned up and seemed better, much better. As they exited, Jan was there. "Ah, there you two are. I was looking all over for you." Something was off. She wasn't her normal cool self. She seemed anxious about something. Sparky knew she saw them, but he wasn't sure if Anna did. "Care for a magic trick?" Anna instantly rolled her eyes. "Jan, maybe now isn't the..." Jan opened up a deck of cards and showed them to him. "Pick a card, any card." Anna groaned as Sparky reached in and picked out one. It was the King of Hearts. "Memorize it and put it back." She quickly shuffled the deck and put it into her pocket. "Is this your card?" Anna pulled the King of Hearts out of her cleavage, very overtly, on a side. Jan winked. "Sexy, right? Now time to..." "Sparky!" "Adam? Hey, buddy, how's it going?" "This is the costume you've been working on so hard on." "No, that's for tomorrow." "And look who you're with." "Jan." "Adam." "And Anna." "Hi, Adam." Adam flashed a thumbs up at Sparky beyond the girl's vision. Sparky rolled his eyes. Jan, however, was extremely perturbed. I don't blame her. "What exactly are you doing here, Adam?" "What's up with the face, Jan?" "You know what's up with the face." "You still angry about that?" "Yes." "Well, I'm helping the staff out with the trick-or-treating. I'm passing these out." He held up a plastic pumpkin, and 3 of them looked into the overflowing basket. It looked like he had robbed a sex shop. Condoms? Condoms, lubes, wipes. You know, everything for a fun and safe Halloween. Anna reached in and picked out a few condoms, and Jan looked over at her nervously and then did the same, analyzing it before continuing to glance over at Anna. "I guess we should take some." Anna gave her a sideways glance. "You 3 planning on a busy night?" Jan looked like a deer caught in headlights, instantly regretting the fact that she'd implied that to Adam. Maybe?" "Heh. I'm not judging. Besides, it's way sexier than if the girl has them. It's cool when the girl takes charge and make sure it gets put on." What the fuck is with that sentence? "I mean, yeah, that's what would I do." "You put them on?" "Of course. Why sit bored and watch him fumble with it when you can get proactive?" Jan put on a heavy blush. "I mean, I've done it plenty of times. I just don't do it regularly." "Of course you do." Jan looked up from her handful of condoms and determination grew on her face. Her eyes moved to Sparky. "Put your finger up. I want to show her my technique." This is so weird. Sparky held up his finger up as requested. While Jan tore the wrapper open, she gently took the condom and placed it over his finger, rolling it down. She reached the bottom of his finger and then smugly smiled. "There we go."
Huh?
"Let's see you do better." Anna opened up the condom packet with a smirk and took it out before placing it against her lips. She sucked it in, letting the suction keep it resting on her lips, and then took hold of Sparky's hand, bringing it close to her face. She pressed down the condom to the tip of his finger, then parted her lips just enough to let his finger slide in, slipping the condom down the length of his finger with one swift motion. Her lips tightened around the base of his finger before she pushed his hand up so his finger went a little deeper. She withdrew, a smile forming ear to ear as she looked back to Jan. "You didn't say how we were getting it on. I could have done that." Anna stuck out her tongue. "Oh, really? Let's see it then. You're up." Undeterred, Jan took another condom and ripped it open and placed it against his lips. In the same thing Anna did. She pressed it to the tip of his finger and parted her lips just enough to slide the finger in. However, she had significantly more trouble getting down to the bottom of his finger. Struggle and moans coming from her, but she was determined. She made it all the way down triumphantly. As she was coming up, Sparky felt a prick on his finger and yelped. Jan withdrew quickly and removed the condom, revealing it was bleeding. Oh no. I'm sorry, She trailed off as she looked down at his finger. We should stop the bleeding. Oh god, she took the finger and placed it into her mouth, moving her head down along it. Sparky felt his cheeks grow hot, watching Jan suckle on his finger and feeling her tongue slide up and curl around it. Anna balked at her friend, while Adam slowly removed his mask with eyes wide. Dude! As she withdrew his finger, Sparky found the wound healed with a small scab. Jan blushed heavily at him as Adam rushed over to take a look. Oh, I thought that was a lot worse. You know, a lot of blood and hands or something like that. Before they could address it, a voice rang out into the halls. Hello, Adam. Where the hell are you? Oh, crap. You better not be chatting up another group again. Who's that? Amanda, I kind of promised that I just went to go and find someone when I bumped into you guys. So... Anna, you take the bucket and go find her. Tell her I'm coming. But... Play along. I'll make it up to you later. He shoved it into her hand and pushed her off, and the bunny girl ran. Adam grabbed Sparky in Jan's hands and pulled them with him. After rounding the corner, he stopped at the door. Shit, you two hide in here. Adam pulled open the door into what was possibly the tightest, narrowest janitor's closet in the entire campus. Adam, this is a closet. Quick, quick! Before either Jan or Sparky had a chance to protest, he had quickly shoved them both inside a cramped space and closed the door behind them. Adam, what the fu- I'll be back, just wait here. Now they were both inside, Sparky could feel how cramped they were in. Oh, hey, Amanda. See, not hanging out with anyone, another group. I found Anna. Just like that, Jan and Sparky were stuck in a tight in a janitor's closet. Little did Adam know that he left Sparky alone with a vampire who had plans to kill him. It seems she wanted to kill Adam more, though. Ugh. Oh yeah, no, she gonna kill him. I can't believe that bastard. That's where we're gonna leave it. This is gonna be good, so we're gonna actually save it there. So guys, let's move on to the next game, shall we? Okay. Hello everybody, Trinity here. Miss Lily said since we only record live every other week, I'm supposed to do this recording, so wish me luck. Okay, let's continue this game. Oh, she also said to thank all the supporters, and if you want to become one, you can either join the Patreon Subscribe Star OnlyFans or become a YouTube member, or a member on the other places that you see these videos. What is his problem? She slammed her fist as she struggled against Sparky, her butt wiggling and grinding against him while she fidgeted in the cramped space. Jan, could you calm down? Ugh! He always does this stuff like this. Every movement she made gave his loins a better understanding of the contours of her ass. The subtle plump curvature of her backside flattening against him, yet still able to feel the firm muscle. Like how he ruined my roses for the horticulture club. Jan, please calm down, please. By nearly making a bomb out of the fertilizer. Jan! What? Alright, get to your Right. Get your dick wet and keep your powder dry. Got it. Sparky went back to the room to get Anna. She was all cleaned up and seemed much better. As they exited, Jan was there. Ah, there you two are. I was looking all over for you. Something was off. She wasn't her normal cool self. She seemed anxious about something. Sparky knew she saw them, but he wasn't sure if Anna did. Care for a magic trick? Anna instantly rolled her eyes. Jan, maybe now isn't the wrong voice. Jan opened up a deck of cards and showed them to him. Pick a card, any card. Anna groaned as Sparky reached in and picked out one. It was the King of Hearts. Memorize it and put it back in. She quickly shuffled the deck and put it into her pocket. Is this your card? And Jan pulled out the King of Hearts out of her cleavage, very overtly, on a side. Jan winked. Sexy, right? Now time to... Sparky! Adam? Hey, buddy, how's it going? This is the costume you've been working so hard on? No, that's for tomorrow. And look who you're with. Jan! Adam. And Anna! Hi, Adam. Adam flashed a thumbs up at Sparky beyond the girl's vision. Sparky rolled his eyes. Jan, however, was extremely perturbed. And what exactly are you doing here, Adam? What's up with the face, Jan? You know what's up with the face. You're still angry about that? Yes. Well, I'm helping the staff out with the trick-or-treating. I'm passing these out. He held up a plastic pumpkin, with 3 of them looked into the overflowing bucket. It looked like he robbed a sex shop. Condoms? Condoms, lube, wipes, you know, everything for a fun, safe Halloween. Anna reached in and picked up a few condoms, and Jan looked over at her nervously, then did the same, analyzing but continuing to glance over at Anna. I guess we should take some. Anna gave her a sideways glance. You 3 planning a busy night? Jan looked like a deer caught in headlights, instantly regretting the fact that she implied that to Adam. Maybe? Hey, I'm not judging. Besides, it's way sexier when the girl has them. It's cool when a girl takes charge and makes sure to put it on. I mean, yeah, that's what I do. You put them on? Of course. Why sit bored and watch him fumble with it when you can get proactive? Jan put on a heavy blush. I mean, I've done it. Okay, so we have seen this, so we're going to skip. Her eyes shot open and her body instantly tensed up, hit with the realization of what she'd just done. She turned her head slowly and looked at him, shocked, his finger still in her mouth. Sparky attempted to act surprised as he slowly withdrew his finger. They just stared at each other for a moment. It was a little awkward. Okay, so full disclosure, I'm a vampire. You're not gonna kill me, are you? Jan's brow furrowed. What? You think because I'm a vampire I'm going to kill you? Well, I mean, you really will, won't you? I mean, isn't she supposed to kill him? Are you? She blinked. No. Aren't you scared? Why aren't you screaming or something? I'm not a Nimrod. Jan grimaced at Sparky before smiling again. I certainly hope not, but still, I expected more, you know, screaming. Sparky didn't really have a good answer, besides the obvious answer that he'd seen this before. He just shrugged. It was a lot easier than explaining that he was a time traveler now and that this wasn't his first rodeo. I'm not gonna hurt you. Wow, this is awkward. So you think it's awkward for you? Well, you are taking it remarkably well. I did just come like 10 seconds ago. Does Anna know? Yes, Anna knows. She's not a vampire, though. She gets to be an attractive monster. Jan looked down at her hand, slowly closing it as her frown deepened. Sparky reached out to her hand and squeezed it. I think you're attractive. Are you saying that because you're afraid I'll kill you? Sparky leaned forward and gave her a small kiss on the lips. I'm saying that because it's true. But wanting to stay alive was a pretty big part of it, too. Are you saying that because your dick is still between my thighs? It's probably related. Jan couldn't help but chuckle a little. Suddenly, both of them heard footsteps right outside the door, followed by the lock turning. Jan quickly changed back to her human form, her hair flopping back down, while color returned to her skin. At the same time, Sparky quickly got his dick back into his pants. Without a second to spare, the closet door opened. You know that had to have been the loudest sex I ever heard banging on the cabinet like that. Hey. I'm gonna go find Anna. Interview in a closet, nice. Sparky walked out very meekly and looked up and down the hallway, checking to see if anyone else was around, but it was just the two of them. Everybody could hear us? No, it took me a while to find you. I thought she was trying to kill you till I heard you moaning. Come on. She led him to a nearby room and tossed him a bottle of water. Hydrate. They're gonna keep turning you into husk with how much seminal fluid they're getting out of you. Drink it, and then it's at o'clock. Technically, it was his first time of the night, but he was thirsty after the closet. The bimbo is stuck out in front with the dinosaur guy passing out condoms, though she seems a little less phased than last time. I still haven't figured out where they're gonna try to kill you. Though the whole building is ideal, I suppose. Most of these rooms should be locked, but they're not because of the festivities. I actually have a question. What is it? Is your order called the Nimrods? Naomi's jaw clenched. She stared at him for a few seconds before letting up. How'd you figure it out? Girls seem to get jumpy whenever I say the word. Bit of an odd name, isn't it? Nimrod was a king and a hunter from the Bible. A strong man and one of the first to stand against monsters, though the Bible doesn't do well to depict him as such. 2,000 years of legend have turned tarnished by people misinterpreting an animated fucking rabbit. Now it's a word people yell at others in traffic. Can you tell me about them? Why? So you can look us up on the internet? No, because you're risking your life for me and trying to save my life, and I want to know. Naomi sighed. What do you want to know? Alright, let's see. Okay, what can we learn? Tell me about the Nimrods? The Nimrods existed so that when some eldritch horror shows up, ley line spins out of control, or some miscreant decides humans are really tasty, someone is there to manage it. Doesn't happen as much as it used to, except in the UK, but that's different. They keep it contained. Wales and Scotland are hell of places. It's an old order. Lots of mages, scholars, monster kind, even some normal humans who are in for the hunt or for revenge. Every Nimrod has a different story, but it boils down to one thing. Keep it managed. The world operates better when monsters are contained. Though you humans are not doing a very good job lately. What do you want to know? How did they form? She scoffed in surprise. Really? What are you, the type to read all the fluff lore in video games? Yes. Whatever. I'll give you the short version since we don't have time for a history lesson. The legend goes that as Mesopotamia started to form, some monsters wanted to integrate. Share in the same things civilization beings. But other monsters thought humans shouldn't be that powerful, so they attacked frequently. Turns out a few humans in little groups were nothing, but when they started to develop towns and cities, their numbers and willingness to band together made them dangerous. The monsters who had joined civilization saw this and knew that if the attacks didn't stop, humanity wouldn't stop till all the monsters were dead. So they became the first hunters to put down their own kind. However, humans are pretty good at getting in over their heads themselves. They have a nice habit of messing with powers beyond their control, summoning elder gods and the like. So we became pretty ambiguous. However, as the world started losing the more dangerous monsters, the hunters were less needed. The last major mobilization was Pompeii, when a cabal of vampires took over the island and it had to be taken down. Now we just have to keep it on an even keel, especially in the modern day, now that everyone has cameras in their pockets. What do you want to know? How did you become a Nimrod? Naomi was quiet for a moment. They took in my grandmother after my mother was born, helped her raise a half-demon, which is no easy task. Mom joined them, and she's a fantastic hunter, so I followed in her footsteps. What do you want to know? How are things in the modern day? Different, let's put it that way. Folk tales are now conspiracy theories, and the internet has not made anything easy. But moving quickly helps. You guys must be well funded. Government money? She shook her head. Government would get a bit too involved if they found out about monsters and deal with it their own military. Except for the UK. Wild shit goes on there all the time. Crown does a great job covering it up. Over here in the States, getting funded is a bit harder, but we have a Patreon. So do I. Well, Miss Lily, but you guys can all join it. That's it. Do you not like Anna? No, I can't say I do. Is it because she's untethered? Is that the right word? No, I don't like her because she doesn't realize how easy she has it. What do you mean? She tapped her eye patch. I've been wearing one of these since I was a toddler, so I didn't scare people. And I had to allow myself to be picked on because I couldn't just kill anyone who said anything about it. However, I never minded being a cabion. In fact, I love it. But that plush-lipped fuck demon gets to wander around and act normal. And normally I'd be fine with that, except whatever this scheme she's caught up in. She should be thankful she's untethered, and instead she's squandering it with this dumb shit. She paused at the clicking of high heels from further down the hallway. Someone's coming. Obi time! Naomi reached out and touched his hand and took a breath. Obi? As the light dimmed, a knock came at the door before it opened. It was Anna. Oh, hi. Oh, Naomi, Sparky, are you too busy? No, you need him? I was just leaving anyway. See you around, Sparky. As Naomi left, Anna moved to the door and locked it before she slowly turned around. She looked conflicted, taking a deep breath before speaking. Listen, She paused before blushing. The moment we had earlier, it was wonderful. It really was, and She sighed. People always want something from me, most of the time. A trade is the best that I can get. I give something, they give me something. But I've never really had someone just give me something. So I want to give you something too. Anna, you don't have to. It was a wonderful just to be there for you. There's more to it than that. For me, what I want to do, it's because I want something afterwards too, and to do it She befuddled herself into silence. Anna? Anna took a deep breath in. It looked like she was trying to psych herself up for something. I need to tell you something, okay? Alright. I'm a succubus. Sparky raised an eyebrow. Wow, she just said it out loud? Anna, No, really, I am. Anna reached up and took off her bunny ears. Her hands started to turn red, and markings of the same color began all over her skin. 2 transparent wings unfolded from her back, and then a spaded whip-like tail extended from behind her. A pair of deep red horns grew from her head. Even though this wasn't news, watching her transform and being here taking her all in still made his eyes widen. Seeing a monster actually transform in front of him was hard to get used to. Anna, however, immediately started to blush. Sorry, please don't be scared. She looked very nervous now that she had revealed to him The real Anna. Sparky stood up straight and walked over to her slowly. If you say don't be afraid, then I won't be. You're taking this a lot better than I expected. Jan said the same thing. At least now he wouldn't have to worry about pretending to be surprised anymore. You're still Anna to me, no matter how you look or what you are. Some of the worry melted off her as she looked up at him. She still looked nervous, but her tail swayed back and forth with cat-like happiness as she swallowed hard. I don't always like having be sexy. It's fun sometimes, but all the time is too much. But it's how I need to feed. I don't hurt anybody or shorten their lifespan like in the stories. I just take what I can and get back. Also, I'm not really a germaphobe. I have a problem touching people. If I do, I can knock them out. But to get what I need, it's always that I have to please them, and if they please me, it's only so I'll please them back. I've never met someone so selfless. Her tail perked up, as did her wings. It wasn't a big deal, but for a succubus it was. So I'd like to give you something back. Oh, and also so I can get something too. But still, I want to thank you. Oh, what do you want to give me? She smiled broadly. A blowjob? That's where we're gonna leave it. So next time, guys, we'll find out if we're gonna get that blowjob or not. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out our Patreon, Subscribestar, and OnlyFans, and maybe think about becoming a YouTube member or a member in other places. Thank you so much for being awesome. Bye, guys. Trinity out. Hi, everybody. Trinity here. All right, so let's do some more. Oh, whoops. I forgot that's where we left off. A blowjob. Sparky blinked. He didn't think this night could surprise him anymore. C said that like it was normal, and she was pretty proud of it, too. What about the touching? She reached into her pocket and pulled out a condom. I put a spell on this. You know how normally condoms stop whatever comes out? Yeah. This one won't, so I can still... She blushed heavily again and cleared her throat. Have some... She withered a bit as her tail and wings started to recede. She seemed conflicted between who she pretended to be and who she really was. Just show who you really are. She looked at him and perked up again. But I won't technically touch you. You won't even feel it there, I promise. So, what do you say? You sure this won't hurt me? She nodded her head. You can't actually do this to just any condom. About 1 in 50 are right for it. But guess who was in front of a whole pumpkin filled with them? Anna, the magic is the magic is packed in there so well that as soon as you come and I take my mouth off, it'll disintegrate. So, may I please? Sparky was pretty sure he was about to die. He'd go back to Naomi, she'd make fun of him, and he'd have to navigate this whole thing again. But he'd already died in worse ways tonight, and this was pretty good as far as the way to go. You may. Her face could barely contain her smile as she got down immediately on her knees. Sparky's heart was beating out of his chest as he took off his jacket. He could see the excitement in her eyes as she put her hand up to his crotch. Not quite there yet, but I can help with that. This'll be a bit of a rush. She put a finger in her mouth and muttered something. She readied it like she was about to flick him on the leg. She flicked, and it was Sparky, and it was. She flicked, and it was. Sparky felt his member engorge in his pants in what felt like a second. His eyes were wide as he looked down at her, a full grin on his face, but then settled into a sexy glare. As the light dimmed, a knock came to the door. Before it opened, it was Anna. We died by blowjobs. Oh, Naomi, Sparky, are you too busy? Nah, you need 'em. I was just leaving anyway. I was just apologizing for earlier. See you around, Sparky. As Naomi left, Anna moved toward the door to lock it before she slowly turned around. She looked conflicted and took a deep breath. Listen, She paused before blushing. The moment we had earlier was wonderful. She sighed. People always want something from me most of the time. A trade is the best thing that I can give something when they give me something, but I've never really had someone just give me something. So I want to give you something too. Anna, you don't have to. It was wonderful just to be there for me. There's more to it than, yeah, we've done this before. He immediately felt the heaviness in his chest. It was probably a good thing that he chose this over the alternative. With a wipe, she took the time to clean him off diligently before zipping him up. They both took a seat at the table. Anna, that was amazing. She looked up, a blush overtaking her face. It was nothing. I'm sure Jan could have done the same. Sparky felt he could reasonably say no, she could not. Jan? Anna blushed more. I mean, maybe not the same, but if she wouldn't have gotten all bashful about it, and with all practice, I bet she could. Sparky stopped her by tapping his leg against her lightly. You have to believe in you. Trust me. And there are things that no matter what, she could not top you in. You're allowed to be you. Anna blushed more. A small smile came to her face. They sat there for a moment before she spoke. So if I consume the sexual fluids of someone, I can control my powers with them better for a while. And there's something I've always wanted to do. It's really embarrassing. What's that? She turned a brighter red before she looked away. I'd really like to hold hands. You are so lewd! Miss Lily warned me about how lewd these games are, but I didn't believe her. How could you be so lewd as to want to hold hands? No. We can't do that on YouTube. We'll get in trouble. She bunched up in embarrassment, looking away. She was a bit shocked as Sparky lifted his hand and extended it out to her. She slowly put her hand in his. They sat there for a while, simply holding hands and looking at each other. After they sat for a while holding hands, Anna and Sparky left the room. Thanks, cutie. That really meant a lot. She blushed lightly, thinking about it again. I have to go take care of myself. That was quite a lot. I'll clean up for a bit, then we'll find Jan, okay? Sure, I'm not going anywhere. Her mood suddenly soured. She looked sad. You okay, Anna? Yeah, just thinking about something. I'll be back soon. She leaned in and gave him a peck on the cheek. Thank you. Sparky watched her walk off before he started glancing around for Naomi. Did he lose her again? He checked over his shoulder to look behind him. She wasn't there either. Weird. He perked up as he heard a familiar voice. Wow, that looks amazing. At least Adam's around. Time to go thank him for locking me in a closet. Sparky was very surprised as he rounded the corner and saw Adam talking to Naomi. No, really, your costume's fantastic. Is it from a series or a show? For the first time the whole night, Naomi looked nervous, looking around for a way to get out. Yeah, it's from a book. You probably never read it. Or sorry, wrong voice. Yeah, it's from a book. It's from a book series. You probably never read it. You'd be surprised. I've read a heck of a lot of books. Naomi glanced around again before her eye hit Sparky. Theo, I've been looking for you all night. Sorry, I have to go and talk with my good friend about some Obi business. It was nice meeting you. Good friend? You know her, Sparky? Naomi's eyes widened as she looked at Adam and Sparky. Hey, Adam. Nice of you to lock me in a closet. Yeah, have fun in there, buddy. You have fun? Sparky sighed. He had a good time, but Adam didn't need to know. Anyway, yeah, this is Naomi, the other girl from my history class. Oh, you're the one that didn't go study with them. Naomi looked surprised. Does he know everything? Sparky shrugged. He remembers everything anyway. So, is the eye patch real too? Adam, maybe don't. Look, we'll be right back, okay? Oh, I'll come too. No, please stay right here. Naomi took Sparky around the corner and put her hand on his shoulder. Obi time. Naomi reached out and touched his hand and took a breath. Obi. I do like the Obi thing. It's cool. What on earth is that guy, though? Seriously, he just... Jan suddenly rounded the corner of the hallway and walked over. Even Naomi was surprised how quickly she snuck up on them. Jan put a hand on Sparky's shoulder. I need this. She tugged and pulled Sparky away. Naomi watched in horror as she left alone with Adam. So, tell me about the Sophie thing. Jan pulled Sparky into one of the nearby classrooms. After locking the door, she turned to him. Hey. Oh, hey. She walked up to him and grabbed his shirt.
I'm horny.
Damn.
I'm gonna sit on your face.
Okay. Sparky was quite surprised. Sounds good, but this seems kinda sudden. I don't know if the blood or a time in the closet, but I'm horny. And you're fixing it. Take off your shirt and get on the floor. But don't do the dinosaur. Why take off my shirt? Because I told you to.
Now.
After Jan got her clothes back on, they both walked out of the room. She stopped Sparky with a finger. I'm going to find Anna. You stay right there, okay? Okay. Good to see you in a minute, killer. Sparky pulled out his phone and looked at it, and it was 11:32. Tom quickly approaches. Even though he expected Naomi to sneak up on him, somehow it never seemed to dull when she actually did. He jumped, but closed his eyes and took a breath. He was about to say something when she cut him off. Also, asshole, you left me there. Also, asshole, you left me with him. He talked my ear off until I had to go into a bathroom and climb out a window to get him off me. He's probably still there. That's Adam for you, most social man alive. How do you live with him? He's really nice when you get to know him. I got to know him, and I got to know him really well. No man that is that social. No man can be. Where exactly did you go? Out to dinner? What the hell did you... She paused and smelled the air. Your breath smells like pussy. Great. That's when I was left alone? That's why I was left alone? She dragged me if it makes it any better. It doesn't. Half hour's still on the clock. In all likeliness, they're gonna make one more attempt. So, if I die, I'll just come back. If they kill you after midnight, you're actually dead. Sparky paused. You might want to tell me that. They'll stop before that, right? I don't know. Does it look like either of them are doing well at exercising self-control right now? Fuck. Alright, let's get you OB'd up. If the time is running low, do something. Throw yourself at Jan's mouth or something. Alright, let's do it. Naomi reached out and touched his hand and took a breath. OB! Alright, good luck. So that's where we're going to leave this episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I am sorry that the YouTube videos are shorter, but there's a lot to cut out, of course. If you guys do want to see the Uncensored, you can become a patron, a Subscribestar member, or an OnlyFans member. If you're on YouTube, unfortunately, if you become a member there, you can't see the Uncensored, but you do get really early access and exclusive series. So thank you guys so much. You guys are also very awesome. Also, check out our shop, please. We got a cool Halloween poster. Alright, Trinity out. Bye, guys! Hey guys, welcome back to Love Sucks Night 1. A sound came from the end of the hallway, and the girls rounded the corner. Sparky didn't even look behind him. He knew Naomi was already gone. Come on, killer. We want to show you something. The girls led him deeper into the science building, and decoration stopped abruptly. Soon enough, the sound of people in the hallway died down as well. They were both pouring on the charm, but something was different. Every so often, he'd look to either of them, and their expressions changed for a second, like they had a million thoughts going through their head. Sparky at least knew about that. His mind was racing. It was obvious they were leading him into another attempt. Should I tell them I know? Should I tell them about Naomi? Will that stop them? They ended in one of the lower levels, one of the old science storage rooms. Jan pulled a key from her cleavage, then put on a big smile. She must have been storing somewhere. We pulled some strings. Since you gave us so much help on our papers, we thought we'd give you a private lesson in anatomy. Sparky sighed internally. All right, let's get this over with. That would be lovely. As expected, Anna came forward and pressed her lips upon his as he braced for tiredness, the punch in the chest it gave him. But instead, he just found warm lips upon him that tasted like cinnamon, and when he opened his eyes, he saw Anna staring at him with the most sad expression in that sea of blue. Jan opened the door and she let him in. They kept moving into the room, and Sparky felt the back of his leg hit a table before Anna let up. His coat slipped off his shoulders. Anna broke the kiss just long enough for him to see Jan gently take it off from behind him.
It's alright, cutie. We're gonna have a good time.
She seemed really nervous as she blushed heavily. Jan's hand ran across his chest. He could feel her fingers shaking.
Yes, a good time.
Were they this nervous before and I didn't notice it? So I don't know if the devs are going to watch this. I do know they commented on the first video that was up, but maybe, just maybe, you guys should maybe make it so that you can tell when he's thinking something as opposed to when he's saying it out loud. Just an idea. His arms slunked. Her arms slunked around him from behind, wrapping him in a soft embrace. She felt so tense that she was practically asleep. It's been pretty fun, but we have to head out. Yeah, we had lots of fun, but we'll have more tomorrow. We'll go to the carnival. She winked. With quick cleanup, and Anna taking a few more samples from her chest, the three got dressed and the girls left in a hurry. Sparky quickly put his clothes back on and made his way to the quad. I guess we survived. With the girls gone, Sparky moved out to the Keller quad to meet up with Naomi. It was empty and dead quiet when he arrived. However, when he felt a tap on his shoulder, he jumped and turned around to find Naomi standing there with a smug smile on her face. How the hell do you do that? You're pretty dumb. She walked over to one of the benches and laid herself down on it, hands behind her head as she relaxed. All right, lover boy, it's past midnight and you're still alive. How many times did you die? Sparky thought about it. 3. And how many times did you nut? Sparky blushed. 8. Well, look at you. How do you know midnight would be the key? The moon? She pointed upwards. We did some cosmology on the combined artifacts to work out the ritual. They have until the moon starts to rise to when it's highest in the sky to complete it. That's sundown to midnight on a waxen gibbous. Lunar phases, Sparky, pay attention. The MacGuffin was strongest near Halloween. The necklace thing appears strongest on or just before a full moon. This year they're both on the same day, Sunday, so this is when they had to do this. Past midnight or past Halloween, and they've lost their chance, so if all this seems like a rush job, it's because they haven't prepared anything. A full moon on Halloween is pretty rare. Sparky sat down on one of the nearby benches. So, are you okay with all this? Me trying to stop them, I mean? Okay with it? No. I'd like to beat those two into a pulp for trying to pull this stunt. I'd curb stomp the fang right out of the vampire's head and slap the tits right off that vampire. But given the circumstances of no one dying, and you seemingly aren't being traumatized by getting eaten so much, I'm willing to roll with it. Can we, stop comparing me to food items when we talk about this? It's starting to get a little creepy. Ruining the snuff fantasy? Naomi chuckled softly and rolled her eyes after looking at him. Oh, stop making that face. You survived the night. You've either gotta get the girls to break the pact, or we both have to figure out how to break the spell starting tomorrow. Once they realize it's been lifted, they'll likely run. You live, they live, I live happily ever after. Sparky took a breath. So what about the whole time-traveling thing? Naomi lifted her hand up and pointed to the sky, drawing lines between the constellations. What about it? How is it happening? Magic, mostly the ruin on your hand, though. It's magic. You don't fucking question magic. No, I mean, why time travel? Is it even time travel or just some kind of hyper-realistic precognition? Naomi shrugged. Could be either. Could be both. Like that movie where that guy sees a few million outcomes before figuring out the best one. Whoever wrote that spell wasn't very clear, and I'm just glad it works. Why'd they even word it so oddly? Naomi shrugged again. I want to say that's because they didn't understand time travel as we do now, but magic weavers are insular in culture and assume that those down the line will be dumber than they are, which is generally the opposite of how it works. They knew it was time travel, but didn't assume that they wrote it down, that they understand what it was. Losers. I'd like to shove my cell phone with all human knowledge within its grasp up their puckered asses. There was a pause between them. But is this a big deal? I mean, a monster's killing one human is huge, but traveling to the past isn't. It's very localized. It's only a few hours at this location. You can't change the past, but there's only so much you can do with one night. She chuckled. Besides, it's not like you're going to give your younger self a sports almanac. You're just looking to get some ass. I'm trying to stay alive too, you know. You could be trying harder. She turned. I'm also in control, mostly. I advance the time point you can go back to. I can even break the spell. Or I can kill you if I need to. Not worried about me trying to get one over on you? You, please. You needed time travel and temporal immortality to make this bungling scheme work. I doubt you can get one over on me. Oh? She turned to look at the sky. You went out tonight with one condom for two girls. Planning clearly isn't your strong suit. There was another moment of silence between them before Sparky looked at her. I'd like to say thank you, Naomi. I owe you big time. Naomi stopped her finger and then thought for a moment, lowering her hand. I've saved a lot of humans. I don't think any of them has ever thanked me before. Most of them don't even know what you did, that you did anything. She got up. Does it feel good? I'll thank you on behalf of all of humanity if you want. Phew. Naomi started to laugh. No, it feels weird. It's like being thanked by a drunk, suicidal toddler. Sparky raised an eyebrow. She shook her head with a smirk. When you catch a bug indoors in a cup and release it outside, you expect it to keep doing bug things. You don't expect the bug to say thank you. Sparky frowned. You see us as bugs? Well, y'all die pretty easily. You don't see a lot of monster kind going out from slipping in the bathtub, that's for sure. Now come on, let's get you home. You better rest up. Then you gotta figure out how to avoid dying tomorrow too. Thinking with your dick seems to have worked out well so far. I can't believe I have more to do tomorrow.
Well, you know what they say. Love sucks.
So that's the end. I don't know if Night 2 is out yet, but I might get it eventually to play, unless somebody sends it to me. I don't know. That poor schmuck. So, it's a fun game. I do like some of the writing. I like the voicing and stuff like that. It's been a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and show all of this. All the beta tests. Those are probably patrons. Oh, this must have been on Our Lord. I saw that. Oh, so those weren't patrons. Okay. But yeah, no, I like this game. Speaking of, we have a Patreon if you want to support and help us keep making videos and comments. I saw that. Oh man, I didn't mean to hit that. The dream always starts the same. Okay, so it just loops over. I didn't mean to hit the button to make it restart. Alright guys, so I'll see you guys next time with a new series. I don't know what Miss Lily has planned for me. If there's any ghosty games or spooky games you guys want me to play, please let me know. And let me know in the comments your favorite type of monster. Bye guys!